Welcome to Sunday Jam with Arlo, episode 9. I'm so glad you guys stopped by. Today we're going to be listening to a song that we've been working on the last couple weeks called Let's Go. Excited for you to hear that. And then I'll show you how I got some of the guitar sounds for the solos. There's 2 solos on there that came out pretty sweet. So we're going to check that out. And then lastly, I want to talk a little bit more about the classic rock pack from Easy Drummer. I did a video on it this week. It's 2 kits. Recorded by Eddie Kramer, modeled after some sounds that he got working with John Bonham, who sadly passed away 40 years ago this week. So we're going to be doing this Sunday Jam in memory of John Henry Bonham. We're going to bring back the classic rock just for him today on the Jam. So you're going to want to stick around. All right, so before we listen to the song, I wanted to talk real quick on how I wrote the lyrics. I got the inspiration for these, I had the music playing, and I was just trying to think about what I was going to write about, and I started thinking about back home in north central Pennsylvania is where I'm from originally, and we used to do these things, we called them crick runs. We don't say creek in north central PA, we say crick. So we go on these crick runs, and it's basically you get your favorite girl and jump into your car or jump on your motorcycle, whichever you prefer, and we'd take rides up through the mountains and just listen to Zeppelin, listen to John Henry Bonham and Jimmy Page or whatever music you were into at the time, and just enjoy the scenery of north central PA, which is really beautiful, especially this time of year. The trees start changing colors, and you're winding up through this really beautiful creek called Pine Creek is where we go. Just a beautiful place, and so that's really what I was thinking about, just doing a crick run with your favorite girl. Maybe you stop, at the Venture Inn, see my buddy Eric there, and have a quick coldie before you head up through, and maybe you stop at the Wagon Wheel up a little bit farther, or maybe you jump up on top of the mountain, stop at Pat Reeder's or the Black Forest Inn, the Mountaintop. There's all these little cool places up there where you can grab a beer or get some food, and it's a pretty magical place, especially while you're playing, Zeppelin and stuff like that. It kind of takes on another kind of whole character element to your day. You worked hard all week, and it's a good place to go wind down. I still see a lot of my friends, they do that quite often, and I'm pretty jealous. I wish I could do that like every day. But I'm going to be getting home soon, and I'm going to take my special girl Kate, and we'll probably take a ride and just have a good time on a crick run. So that's what the lyrics were about. Now make sure you listen to the whole song we're going to listen to here. There's 2 guitar solos, which I'm really proud of, and the second one I must have done, I don't know how many takes, and I ended up giving myself a blister on my one finger. There's one bend in there that I did like 50 times or something to try to get it right, but I'm pretty proud of them. They came out really good. So listen, make sure you hit that second solo at the very end. It was a pretty bomber one, I think. And then also, you songwriters and mixing engineers, I want you to listen to it, and if you can give me any kind of critique or how we can make it better, because these are just demos I'm working on. It's not stuff I'm really going to release at this point, but it's stuff that I want to keep building on. So if you can tell me anything with the mix or anything with just song construction, I'd love to have the feedback. Would be phenomenal. So see if we can make it better. And I guess that's all. So let's take a listen. Put on your headphones or throw it in your studio monitors or your home stereo, however you listen. And hope you enjoy. Let's go. I'll be back in the springtime. I'll look you up, we'll have some more fun. It's as good as it's ever gonna be. You gotta learn to roll, B. Let's go. Let's go. Whoa, whoa. Let's go. So I hope you guys dug the song, and I really want to hear again from any of you songwriters or mixing engineers how we can make that song sound better, because they're just demos I'm working on, and I'd really like the feedback, what we can tweak to make it sound really good. So make sure you leave some comments down below, and I really want to thank all of my new subscribers I got this week. I did that video on the classic rock drums, which we're going to talk about in a minute. And got some new subscribers. I really appreciate that. So I hope everybody else keep hitting the subscribe, the little bell. Just fires me up to keep working on my music and sharing it with you all. And I hope you learned some stuff there. So keep hitting the subscribe. So I want to show you real quick how I got those the lead tones for the guitars. I had a good time working on this, except for the blister I got. I wasn't happy about that. But the solos came out good. So I used this Silver Jubilee from Amplitude, and I threw that on quick, and then I used that the Chandler tube overdrive, the BK Butler Chandler, from the Joe Satriani collection. I put that on, put a little delay on, and it came out pretty sweet. This tube overdrive, this thing is it's fantastic when you're working in simulation world here. It just gives you back a lot of that warmth that you want. So I'm going to turn it off here real quick and just play the one solo so you can hear it without, and then I'll turn it back on so you can hear it with. So here it is with the overdrive and the delay off. So sounds good, but it's kind of transistory, definitely a little solid statey. So let's turn on the tube overdrive and the delay and see if we can get a little bit of warmth back. So listen now with them both on. So yeah, it gives us back some of that warmth that we were losing, in here. But check that out, the Tube Overdrive, Joe Satriani collection. You can try it for like 2 weeks if you go into the custom shop, or let you try it. You can buy it a la carte or whatever. But I think that's a good pedal to have in there if you're working in the box here like I am. So very cool, and I dialed that up in like 5 minutes. I was like, I'll do this, and I started playing along. I was like, that seems to work. So check those out in Amplitude for sure. The next thing I want to get into, I'm going to shut down this here, and we're going to just open up another project here, just an empty project, because I want to get these drums so you can hear them. This has been fantastic this week. I did that video on the classic rock expansion pack that Eddie Kramer did. Wow. I can't wait to start working on my next song here this week with this pack. And we missed a couple things. I'm in there. Let's see. There we go. So we missed a couple things I didn't talk about in the video that I did this week. If you want to check that out, go back and I did a kind of an overall review on the classic rock pack. What I didn't talk about in there was the really cool parts that they added in these timpani drums. Listen to this, right? And then it also added in the gong. Oh man, gong makes me think of Roger Waters and the Pompeii when Pink Floyd were playing, and Roger's like bang, bang. If you haven't seen that, you young guitar players, make sure you check out Pink Floyd live at Pompeii. It's an epic video with them doing a bunch of really cool songs in the. It's like an amphitheater in the Pompeii where they had that volcano erupt of Vesuvius. Vesuvius erupted, killed all the people in Pompeii, and Pink Floyd did a video on that. But I keep thinking back to Roger Waters hitting the gong. So pretty killer. And they got a bunch of presets in here, so you can hear some solo ideas with the timpani. This one. Maybe you want to do this. Right? And then there's some gong stuff in here too. So that's what I'm talking about. It's really cool stuff. And I'm going to put this into the next song. I think we're going to start with some timpani, or maybe a gong to start and then do timpani. But definitely going to be happening in the next song. In honor of John Henry Bonham, again, passed away 40 years ago, just a couple days. It was on Friday, the 25th, I think. And sad to see, he went. I can't imagine all the music they could have made those next years up to now. So sad thing, but he lives on. We listen to his music, and make sure you do that today. Put a little Led Zeppelin on today and listen to John Bonham. Early stuff. We're Gonna Groove. All those songs. That was a later song, but make sure you put that on today in memory hymn. So I think that's all for now. I just wanted you guys to hear that new song and see those couple things in Easy Drummer that I'm going to be putting into the new song this week. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell, because we're going to be working on a new song this week, building up the rhythm tracks and the drums, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I really appreciate you guys checking out my channel and subscribing, and I hope you get to play some guitar today. So take care now. Bye-bye.